we are charmed and dangerous.
Because you know we're charming.
And we're
dangerous.
Pew, 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 pew. We're two besties. We talk about astrology. We give you them facts and them tips. Okay, so
that's our new brand. We give you them facts and them tips.
And we give you the truth. So if you get down with that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, and now on to this wonderful video. So, Sarah, give the people your first tip on how a Cancer can be their most evolved self. Living their best life out here.
Don't I have the best tips for you?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? I'm a Scorpio. I see you.
She sees you, fellow water sign.
I see you.
They're like, me?
I see you for what you truly
Me?
are. Okay, number 1. Cancer. I want you to tell people how you feel without being passive aggressive. Challenge. Listen, I get it. I'm a water sign too. I want people to read my emotions. I want them to read my mind too. But not everyone operates like that. Not everyone is intuitive like that, you know, to the point where they look at you and they know. Like, not everyone is like that. And you'll, you know what I mean, be less disappointed if you understand that. And if you feel something, say it out loud, you know, directly to them. The little mind games and the silent treatment or the snarky comments on the side only create drama and emotional turmoil in your relationship. But Cancer thinks, oh, I'm gonna keep the passion alive. And it's like, they don't know that you're doing this. You know what I mean? Like, they need to understand that something hurt your feelings. You wanted to do something, but they're not doing it because you didn't tell them. Like, you need to be more direct with your communication.
I couldn't agree more, because I feel like sometimes they do very reactive things and they're punishing their partner almost, but they never told them why, you know? And then the partner is like, well, why are you being so mean to me? Like, I don't understand. They're like, why don't you know? Why can't you read my mind? You know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And it's funny because Cancer is known to be like, you know, the mom of the zodiac.
Yeah.
And I feel like they punish people like a mom. Like,
yeah, they do.
Did you forget what I did for you? You know what I mean? Like, would you be here without me? Like, I can't believe I do all this for you and you treat me like shit. The guilt tripping. The guilt tripping.
On 10.
Love you though.
Yes.
Get it together.
We're evolving in this episode, okay? So don't be upset.
This ain't no like 5 things we love about you. This is like, we love you and here's what you need to do to level up.
Right. If you want that video, we have that too, okay? Yeah. But this ain't that. Okay, so my first point is, Cancer, when you love something or someone, you give it a little spice. You know what I'm saying? Cancers, I know you love love, and we love that you love love, okay? And you want to be with your partner all the time, but everyone needs like a little bit of spice. You know what I mean? I think Cancer placements can get codependent with their partners quite easily, actually, because they really just want to spend all their time together and do everything with them and be good partners. You know what I mean? Like, they find value in themselves in being good partners. But remember, you still need a sense of individuality. You know what I mean? You're going to appreciate your couple time that much more when you have a sense of self. And God forbid, I know you don't want to think about it, but if you broke up with this person, you don't want to be in a situation where you gave your all to them and there's nothing left for you. You know what I mean? And Cancers, y'all do that in relationships. You give your all. And I'm just saying, save like a little bit for you in case something bad goes wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
You have an identity outside of your relationship.
You do.
I hope. You know, or even outside of your family. Because family is very important to Cancer. That be their friends or actual family. You need to have other hobbies.
Yes.
You know? It's not a personality trait.
No. And you can...
To just, you know, to just be a family-oriented person. Like, you need to have other things going for you.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. And like, you could love on them and still, like I said, have a little bit of space.
Have a little bit of you.
Yeah, you know?
Okay, so for my second point, I want you guys to remember that your emotions will pass. You know, and once they do, you can't take back the words that were spoken during your little bitch fit. Be mindful of what you say when you're all charged up, you know? I feel like Cardinal Water takes emotions and like runs with it, you know? And while that feels good to you, while it's happening because you're getting it all out, you know, you've been dying to get this shit all out, the person receiving this energy is basically drowning in the tsunami that is you. You're like coming at them. They're like, yes. What's the sweet little Cancer? Like, sweet little Cancer loves me. Like, what is going on with sweet little Cancer? Sweet little Cancer is gonna come kill you.
Right.
That's what's happening.
Beware.
You know, but like, that's not really what you want to do. I don't think that's the message you always want to get across, but you just let your emotions take you on this wild ride, and then it just feels awkward. I feel like Cancer is very much like Aries, you know? They can benefit from taking a breather before they communicate when they're angry.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know what I mean? And I feel like the other two cardinal signs, which are, you know, Cancer and Aries sister signs, which is Libra and Capricorn, they are very much calm, cool, and collected when they're angry. You know, they want to be respected and they want to be taken seriously even after the fight is over. Libra and Capricorn, you know? So they choose their words very, very carefully. Cancer and Aries can learn from that. And I feel like when you learn to do this, Cancer, then you don't have to do as many apology tours after, you know, this fight because of your past behavior. You know? No more apology tours. Doesn't that sound good?
Oh my gosh! I'm so amused because y'all know you be reckless out here screaming your feelings to people, okay? And you be saying some shit just to get under their skin, I feel like. Just to be like, you hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt you now.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because we keep it honest. I feel like out of everybody in the entire zodiac, Cancer knows how to hit below the belt better than anybody else.
Yeah, they do.
And it, again, comes back to the mom energy. Who hurts you the most?
Your mama. Your mama, because she knows you really well too. You know what I mean?
Closed.
You know? And Cancers, they do know you well.
Because they're there.
And they're providing
You're
for your
crying on their
needs.
shoulder, you know, you're there.
Oh my gosh. We're sorry, Cancers.
Love you.
Remember, this is a growth video. Growth.
We keep talking a whole lot of shit and we're like, but for growth though, right?
Right.
It's for growth. You can't come for us. Growth.
The next thing I want y'all Cancers to do to, you know, become more evolved is don't linger in your own sadness and anger, okay? Because Cancers, we all know you have a lot of emotions, right? You're ruled by the moon, so of course you're gonna be a bit moody, right? But I need you to remember you don't need to linger on things that hurt you if it's not going to help you live a healthy and positive life. You know, you need to remind yourself that you can't control other people's emotions, and yes, you're like empathetic and you're intuitive, and I want you to feel your feelings, but don't let unuseful emotions run your life. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they get so upset and caught up in those feelings and they will just run that cycle of anger over and over and over again when like everybody else has moved on. And I want you to, you know, be upset, but like, let that shit go.
Yeah.
You know? Because then you'll get all vindictive and like petty, and it's like...
And you have all this energy that is going towards something that's not very useful.
Yeah.
And that has no return for you, but like I said, it feels so good for you to just keep feeding this energy that you've literally lost track of everything else that's going on in your life.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like...
It's not worth it.
It's not.
Learn to let go.
You're not even happy.
Learn to let it go.
I want you to be happy, baby.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so for my last tip, I want you Cancer placements to follow the moon's transits. Listen, the moon rules over Cancer. If you didn't know that, the moon rules over Cancer and shifts signs the moon every 2.5 days approximately. So you Cancer placements will feel that shift more than any other signs, really. So I feel like once you Cancer placements move freely with the energy of the moon, life won't feel as much of a roller coaster. And I always say this about Cancer placements or being with them, it feels like a roller coaster. It's very high, it's very low, it's very high, it's very low, you know? And you know, you need to allow yourself to feel the range of emotions, but don't chase one over the other, you know, just be. And the moon is like that. The moon is making you feel all these things. When the moon is in Aries, you feel chaotic and you have a lot of energy and your head is starting to hurt, so you need to go do something. And then the moon will be in Libra and you feel like you want to keep the peace, you want to socialize a little, you want to be cute. Like, all these energies are so different. And although the moon changing signs affects everybody, like I said, it affects Cancer placements the most. So it would be kind of fun for you actually to keep track of the moon cycles, so that way you're aware of what energy you're working with. And even if you're not a Cancer and you're watching this, do this because it helps you too. It's really, really important for Cancer placements though.
I feel like it'll relieve certain energies for them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Cancers can get lost in all of their emotions. And yes, if they look to the moon, it's like it gives you a little bit of guidance of like, okay, well, you know, flow a little bit this way, flow a little bit that way, and you'll feel more at ease. I love this.
Sometimes it's not just you know what I mean? It's the energy you're working with. And when you realize that, you can make it less personal and just let it go.
Cancers? Please stop using your emotions to guilt trip and manipulate people into doing what you want. No, I just feel like no one wants to hurt a sweet Cancer's feelings after they've expressed that they're upset or that they're going through it, but y'all know what you're doing when you do that. You know what I mean? And some of y'all, right?
Me?
Like,
I was just done baking cookies.
I feel like they know what they're doing. Like some of y'all really leverage that vulnerability of emotions or that victim card, you know what I mean, to get people to bend over backwards for you. And I want it to stop. I feel like it's childish, and if people want to move mountains for you, they will. You know, it's not fair to manipulate them into doing so. Cancers, Cancerians, all Cancer placements. The right people will give you what you want if you ask for it. The games are unnecessary, quite frankly.
Yeah.
You know, like the right people will give you everything you want and you're not doing too much. But the wrong people, you don't need to manipulate them to give you what you want, because they're not going to give you what you really want anyway.
Can I be honest? Sometimes I feel like they be playing the games and doing the most because they want to keep the spark alive. You can have the spark in other ways, Cancer. You don't have to be a dramatic ass bitch because you feel like this is the only way to keep the passion alive. Like, you could actually do it in other ways, okay? You can do it other ways.
Yes. Tell them. My God.
But on some real shit, I feel like we need to do a video that is all 3 water signs and their ways of, you know, victimizing themselves.
Oh.
And like emotionally manipulating people.
Yes, that'd be good. Comment down below if you want to see that.
All right, lovely people, thank you for hanging out with us while we discuss our tips on how you can be your most evolved Cancer self. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. We would appreciate that so much. And if you didn't know, your girlies here, your bestie, we have a podcast. And on this very fun late night podcast, we discuss astrology, we discuss spirituality, we discuss our trauma, celeb gossip, toxic Twitter time, a lot of fun, uncensored shit.
Yes.
And we always have a question that relates to our YouTube videos in the podcast. Are you ready for this week's question?
You know I am, girl.
So the question is, what is one flaw, trait, or habit that Cancer needs to let go of the most? So if you want to hear us discuss this, you have to listen to the podcast. The podcast goes live every Wednesday. We changed the date from Tuesday to Wednesday, so be on the lookout for that. We post YouTube every Monday and Thursday. We love you guys. We're going to post our socials somewhere over here. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.